Hi, I'm Jim over at the YMCA. Today I'd like to talk about exercises, mostly weight training for seniors. I'll use myself as an example, 74 years old. We'll use some simple techniques where we're not using a lot of weight, because the most important thing, at least to me, is not to get injured. And I'm sure that'll go along with the rest of you in our senior group. Now, unless you're trying to become Mr. Universe, we'll stay with the lighter weights and work them for getting endurance, muscle endurance, strength, and aerobics. So I'll grab some weights and we'll show you some different exercises. Today we'll be working on some dumbbell exercises. These are going to be shoulder exercises. And these will consist of two separate exercises. We will have a short rest period, about a count of 10, and then we will do another set. Count of 10 and do another set. Then we'll put those weights down, and then we'll start with some different, a completely different exercise, but exactly the same way, very short rest periods. Now we're going to be starting out with lateral raises for the shoulder. Several very important points about this. We're going to just lift them up. We want a loose elbow. In other words, it's not locked out, loose elbow. The other thing is I keep a little bit of bend in my knee, so I don't pull the back. Very important. So it'd be just like this. You'd be letting that shoulder. I've got a very loose grip on this weight because it's very light. You're letting your shoulders do the work. Remember, again, very loose grip, bent knee, loose elbows. Nice squeeze. Nice squeeze. I think of everything as squeeze rather than lift. Now we'll be doing 3 sets of 8, but 10-second count between them. And then this next exercise, again, dumbbell. This is for your shoulders. This is just a shoulder press with dumbbells. Again, some very important things on this. Loose knee to keep the load off your back. We don't want to hurt our back. I certainly don't want to hurt my back. So we'll bring it up here. Now, when we're extending this, it's not a lockout. Don't lock it out. You're letting the shoulders will only lift from about here to here. Nice. Again, see how loose my grip is? I'm not grabbing this life and death situation. Nice squeeze. Let the shoulders do their job. Squeeze. Nice and loose. Nice and loose. Just don't drop the weights. That's all we ask. Squeeze. Squeeze. Same thing again. Loose knee. Don't extend, lock out. Just nice squeeze in this range motion. Squeeze, loose, don't grab it tight. Now again, we'll be doing 3 sets of 8 with a count of 10 between each set. Got a little simple rubber band here. People tend to laugh these off that you can't get a good workout with these, but you absolutely can. We're going to be doing a bicep exercise. Now, we step on this. Make sure it's under your feet, because we certainly don't want this thing snapping up in your face. By controlling the width, you control the amount of resistance. Now, same thing with any particular bicep exercise. Squeeze up. Keep these arms locked at your side. In other words, we don't want to be doing stuff like this. Squeeze. Always with control, absolute control. Squeeze, feel the biceps working. Squeeze. Squeeze. Again, think of squeeze. I use that word all the time rather than lift. It's squeezed. You want to feel those muscles getting squeezed. Now, we will also be doing 3 sets, 8, and try a 10-second rest between. In other words, count to 10 between each one. Again, very simple tool, rubber band, great exercise. We're going to be doing a tricep exercise with a single dumbbell. This will be behind your head and you'll be pressing up towards the ceiling. Some very important things to remember before we get started. Again, keep the loose knee to keep the load off your back. Certainly don't need to hurt that back. The other thing, again, like I say with everything, it's a squeeze rather than a lift. Squeeze. So let's just start this here. Go behind our heads. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see it. Squeeze straight up, down, straight up, down. Again, let the triceps do their job. Squeeze up, down. Squeeze up, down. Again, loose knee coming from the front. Here's the same thing. Squeeze up, down. Squeeze up, down. One more. Again, simple reminder, keep the knees loose, keep the pressure off the back. Don't go all the way to lockout. Keep the load right on that tricep. Again, we'll be doing 3 sets, 8, 10-second rest between each one. Thank you very much for joining me today. These are some very, very simple exercises which show that as a senior like myself, we can easily get a great workout without having to get into heavy weights. And even the old simple rubber band that I use, great tool for weightlifting. You can use it at your house. You don't have to go anywhere to get it. Again, thank you very much for joining me, and hopefully we'll be back together to show you some more exercises.